Oh boy, I can't wait to play this new game that I made. Uh-oh. Hi, this is Jack Underwood, and this is my basic game presentation. So I've finished just about everything. Um, all I have left is recording this, and then I have to submit the video. Okay, I'm just looking at what I have to do. Okay, so part one, the features. So I'll just start the game. And as you can see, I made it so I'm pressing mouse. I can't move. I have to click the mouse button to begin the game. I uh, I made my own sprites for everything, so yeah, I'll just start. So here you play as a red bunny named Paprika, and you just go around throwing carrots at zombie bunnies, which I've nicknamed Zombunnies for the hell of it. Um, so the whole premise here is just a game of endurance. You're just trying to go as long as you can without getting hit by the zombie bunnies. Oh, and I died. Um, so yeah, I'll just show you. Once I die, the game will reset, and then I will have to click the button again to start again. um, I as you can see, I've added my own. Well, no, not my own. I made it so that there's three different types of zombunnies. Um, there's this fast one, this small fast one, that a regular size one that's pretty much the same size as the player, and then a big size one. They all have different speed and health. Um, just to add variety, I feel like. I don't know. I just feel like if I was shooting the same enemy over and over again, I'd get a bit repetitive. So I try to spice up by, adding enemy variety. Um, yeah. So every time I kill one, it adds up to the score up here, and once I die, it gets reset. I've also implemented so once the player once the player uh, walks to the side, the edge of the screen, it doesn't go like past it. Um, it just you stay at the edge and you can't go farther. Um, just so the player doesn't get lost in the void. Oh, and I accidentally clicked out of the game. Okay. Let me just think. Anything else? Yep. So when I click the mouse button uh, and aim with the mouse, it shoots a carrot. Um, I don't know if you can hear me clicking the mouse button, but yeah, that's what it does. Um, so I guess I could start showing my code and why I got set up. Um, I'll just die here. Okay. So, oh, did I accidentally press something? No, I don't think so. Okay, so I have a lot of things here. Oh boy, let me just look at the part two. I don't know how in depth I have to be about explaining my code, but I will explain some of the part and stuff. So, right here, I have all the required files I need. For the animations, I tried following along the videos that was submitted, for the class about animation, but I was kind of rushing, and before that, I actually looked into how to implement animation in or sprites for the players and other stuff, and I looked up and I found Animate. It's it's like, oh god, brain fart. It's it's well, it's a thing that helps the animate easier with sprites and stuff. So you, like, here's all this, um, all the complicated stuff that I have no clue how to do. um, so yeah, I posted the GitHub page over here, um, and I also include the YouTube video from where I found it. That also gives a tutorial on how to do the animations. So that's how I know. Um, so yeah. Um, Again, I don't know how much in depth I have to be about everything. So, and sorry if I sound like I'm gonna be rambling on and on, or if I forget certain words. I'm I'm near the deadline, so I'm trying to do this as proficiently I can. But yeah. So here I have, the score for the template. Oh yeah, I call the player, zombies, make that an array, projectiles. Uh, I've made a game state. Um, so what that is, like, you know, I made it so when you start the game, it starts in game state one, which is why can't I start? Oh, there we go. Yeah. So this is game state one. So while in game state one, I'm not able to move. Uh, but once I, click the mouse, left click the mouse, I'll start the game, and that'll lead me to game state two. I have that in player dot yeah, function player mouse press XY button. So if button equals one and game state two, then, well, it'll just make me shoot the projectiles. But if the game state is still in one, once I click the mouse, it'll proceed into game state two, which is, the actual game. Here, oh boy, here I added a timer for when zombies spawn. Um, Again, I don't know how much in depth I have to be about it, but all this here, uh, you know, it'll, like, a timer reaches zero, uh, it'll spawn a new zombie, and it'll spawn one out of the three zombies randomly. And speaking of zombies, so here I have, kind of like the basis of the rest of the zombies. Um, so like, in the rest, in all these, right? I call the zombie.lua for these, and then I add, my own, like, I add, things individual to each one, to make it, easier, instead of like doing a whole new one for each one. So yeah, here I have like the values for each zombie, so like, speed, fast zombies, their speed is 200, normal 160, big ones 120, and then like same for like health. This one takes 2 hits, this one 3 hits, this one 5 hits, big boys. And then, yeah, the width and height, and then I have a, self.dead equals false to check if, the zombie is dead or not. And yeah, so where is that? So yeah, for projectile, if uh if the if it if a projectile collides with uh zombie object long enough, it'll reach a zero, and then it'll die, and then once it's dead, it'll be removed. Um, uh, yeah. Ooh, sorry, just a lot. Um, oh, and then here I implemented some zombies will spawn randomly from each side of the screen. Uh, you know, I originally wanted to make it so zombies would spawn in the screen, like you'd see like a little animation of him popping out, but I figured you know save time. It'd be easier just to like have the zombies spawn well, outside of the screen, and then they walk to into the frame, and then then you gotta look all over. Um, so I calculated a distance between. Um, oh, that's all complicated. I kind of followed along from the videos and the from the what do you call it, the sheep evolution how to love uh on like angles and distance. um that's right, how I did that. Yeah. um so I calculated, so like if distance between the zombies and the player is over this d, and I calculated that. and once the zombies collide with the player, zombies will despawn. Game save will be reset back to zero, and the player's positions will be set back to what was before, and it'll reset the animations, and it'll also reset the score. Um. So yeah, here I have each zombie, fast, gah, fast, normal, and tank. Those are the names I gave them. Classes. Uh, Here I call each individual ones with for their their sprite sheets. Um, I'll show that probably at the end. Uh, so, oh, oh, mic fallen. I call the update function from zombie.lua into each zombie. So, um, to make it simpler, don't have to overcomplicate it by like having all this stuff be in every single one. So yeah. So so here I update the animations for each one. Each one of the zombies, here, and then this is where I have all the animation stuff for the zombies, and for the player too. And I think that's about it for zombies. Then for projectiles, on here I had a little carrot PNG I made. Um, you know, I kind of followed along with how we did projectiles in projectiles video that was posted. Um, though I follow along with the whole chapter 16 angles and distance with the self diagonal mathaton too. Made it so once the carrot is loaded into the game, it'll follow the angle from where it's the mouse is at. See, and then it'll just move to the direction where the mouse was facing. So it'll just go down. Uh, and then I implemented so like once the projectiles is outside the border of the screen, they'll get deleted. Uh, just to even make sure, I'll just I'm oh man, I am nervous. Misclick. So yeah, once click that, and you can see it's deleted. So yeah, and this is just so like once it collides with the zombies, it'll be deleted as well. And I also did it so the bottom of the carrot, the pointy side is facing the direction where it's going. That took so long to figure it out. I don't know why it took me so long to figure it out. I at that point I was like about to give up and just see if just do like a basic ball or something. But yeah, no, I managed to figure it out, and they'll go the direction. I I had to tone down the size a lot with all these sprites because no, I didn't expect them to be so big in the actual game. I drew them. So yeah. Part 3, the grade. Show me what features that grade. Okay, so let me look at the graded things here to make sure that I got everything. Just for the sake of the video. So I have at least one image. Yeah. That's definitely the case. I have the sprites for the player, the background, the enemies, the projectiles. Yep. I have some kind of user interaction with the mouse, keyboard, or both. Yep. So I click and I move with the WASD. Incorporate a randomness into the gameplay. Yep. So once the game starts, zombies will spawn randomly in random positions and random types. Involve at least one collision. Yep. So there's collision with projectiles, and with the player. Have scoring rules. Yep. So there's a score up here every time I get a zombie. Score adds up, and so show scoring rules, and it'll reset once game's over. And I think that's everything. I hope that's all well and good. And that's my game. I hope that this is good enough. I think I did more than I needed to. But I still managed to do it. Here I have all the assets for the game. the background, the carrots, the player sprites, individual sprites for everything. You know, so then I edit it and then made them into a sprite sheet. And then here, just for the just why not? I added in the scrap sprites I did. So originally, I was gonna make it so like once the player presses left or right, they'll they'll face the left or right direction, and like if they with the zombies too, like if they move left or right, they'll face left or right. But to save time, I just made it so they just face the direction that they were going, depending if they're going up and down, like so. Oh. Yep. So that should be it. Yep.